In order to provide you with quality and informative content, I go to great lengths and ways to research one. How can we beat the heat this El Niño? I'll give you information on how to save and store water for later use. Because of climate change, we are running out of water in our supply lines. And we need to save water and store it in order for us to have a reserve. In this video, I will show you how to store your water you get from the water concessionaires. Turn that water for use in a grid-down situation and in times of calamities. Water is essential for life in this planet. Without water, life as we know it will all expire. Plant will not survive. Animals will die, and we as a living things will not be able to live. If you know anything about an off-the-grid solar power system, you may have heard of a battery or battery banks. Well, water has the same idea. We get our water from the water concessionaires. But problem is, we use it directly from our pipes to our faucets. There are no water storage solution in the system. So the concept of the battery banks is an idea in mind. A water storage solution, like a power banks or battery banks, that stores power for later use. The equivalent of a battery bank in water is a storage tanks for water or food-grade water tanks. This tanks can be as large as 1,000 gallons tower tank or as small as a liter. Water tanks act as your batteries for your water. It stores water you filled up from your water concessionaires for later use. Tower-type water tanks use gravity to feed water to the buildings. Ground-mounted water tanks are fed by pump to provide water to a certain homes and establishments. Some are just plain water containers like plastic gallon water bottles. Another type of water storage are drums which hold gallons of water. Some water storage container are stainless steel and others are plastic. There are pumps connected to the tanks that fed water to your faucet directly. Now, enough explaining, I will show you my own setup for my water storage system. I got a drum that I could fill it up with gallons of water from my water concessionaires. There is a tiny 12-volt submersible water pump here that pumps and distributes water to my drinking water filter and my shower. So I can take a bath, fill my pitcher with drinking water. Even in an event of a water interruption, I also got another twin-gallon tanks that I made to provide water to my sink. It also have a 12 volts car windshield wiper sprinkler pump that pumps water to my sink. All in all, this is just a micro system. It is not a giant kind of system. It serves its purpose to provide me with water in an event of a water shortage. I also got some water gallon bottles and pails that I store water in it in order to fill the two main tanks. And those gallon water bottles also serves its purpose in an event of a water outage. Here is how I fill them up. Every morning, I fill the main water storage tank with water using those gallon bottles. Then I fill the gallon bottles from the grid and store it for later use. The main tank serves both as storage and distribution tanks for my water. It saved me a lot of water. It provides me with grid-down emergency backup water supply. And it gives me a feeling that I need to save water like I am saving money for later use. A system that works every time. In an El Niño situation, it gives me backup water supply for my home. Hope you are informed of how I make my emergency grid-down water supply system. This is just to provide you with information of what to do in an event of an El Niño climate change situation. We need to learn how to save water and store it for later use. So we will have enough water in an event of an emergency and crisis. Be a wise human being, learn to save, store, reuse and recycle is what we all need in this modern world. We must not depend on others in order to survive. Humans must also learn to slow down and think carefully in this fast-pacing world. We must also learn to prevent our climate from warming and changing, so we can all survive in an El Niño situation. Wisdom is much better than being stupid. If you have the knowledge and the wisdom, you have the power.